Uh-oh. Feeling the sprinkles. I don't think I'm gonna beat the rain. I can't beat the rain. I don't know what that guy's thinking. Motorcycles and rain usually don't mix. Whew. Well, it's another spring morning. Got rain. It's supposed to rain all day today. It was clear most of the day yesterday, but as you can see, the roads are fairly wet, so it's been raining throughout the night. Not too excited for this, but it is what it is. Gotta take it as it comes, right? So my house situation just keeps on getting worse. My neighbor came over yesterday and she said, "Hey, can I show you something in my backyard?" I said, "Sure." She showed me this corner where our two yards come together, and a fence that was cracked and being pushed together, or not together, I should say, being pushed up by some tree roots that are from a tree that's planted in my side of the yard. So now this isn't the first time that this tree's been an issue. Last year, not last year, maybe 2 years ago, she had come over and she had talked to me and said something about the tree before, because the tree limbs were hanging over into her yard. Now this is a weeping willow tree, or a willow tree. I don't know if they're just called weeping willows or if they're called willows, but it's a willow tree. So if you're familiar with how willow trees hang, then you can imagine how this tree hung into her yard. So I was doing my best to make sure that I would keep it trimmed, but now the roots are becoming a bigger issue, because it's the roots that are pushing the fence line up and cracking it. And I'm a pretty good neighbor, you know. I try to not cause any problems, or if someone has a complaint, I take it seriously, you know, because I have my own complaints when other neighbors do stuff, although I tend not to voice them straight to the person. I try to see if there's some way that I can deal with it. Because I prefer to handle problems myself, if at all. But in this case, obviously damage has been done. And it really looks like the only option is to take the tree out. which is sad because it's a pretty tree, but where it's planted is just an awful location. Caught the line. Probably good we didn't have to sit there while it's raining. Anyway, so the tree roots will have to be taken out, and that's never a cheap endeavor. I think what I'll do is I'll take all the limbs and cut the tree down to a stump, and then cut the stump off at, you know, just above ground level. And I might have to hire a stump grinder to come out to get the rest of it. Ooh. Guy with his two dogs kind of startled me. I didn't see him. I don't know if the camera picked him up at all. Anyway, so that's how the weekend was for me, finding out that great news. I didn't get to go on a big ride, which I was hoping I would get to do. I rode my indoor bike or indoor cycle, my exercise bike. There you go. I rode that Saturday and Sunday. It's got a little power setting so that you can tune the speed or whatever for different conditions. It's actually kind of a nice exercise bike. I got it from a gym that was getting new bikes, and it's a life cycle something or another. Anyway, so you can set it up so that it does like a hill profile, and it will increase and decrease the force required to simulate going up and down hills. You can do cardio, you can do a fat burn cycle, and it's got built-in heart rate monitors that you keep hold of, and it'll keep your heart rate in your specified zone, so it'll adjust the tension on the belt for the pedals. to make sure that your heart rate doesn't go too high or too low. It's pretty nice. It's a good little workout. It's not as good as riding a bike though. I mean, you don't have the balance required for a bike, and you don't have the wind resistance and things like that. So, you know, riding a bike is obviously the best way to train, but this is a decent second best. I was kind of annoyed by this exercise bike because when I picked it up, or when I bought it from the gym, they said that it accepted aftermarket pedals, but the pedals that it takes are not the normal, I think it's 9/16 threads. It's a 1/2-inch thread. So the pedals that go on most bike cranks don't fit it. They do sell an adapter that I thought about getting, but the downside with the adapter is it moves your foot out, and it just messes up your whole line. And I don't want to injure myself to try and use pedals on this thing, so right now I just use it how it is, which is a flat. So it doesn't quite simulate my normal pedal stroke that I use when riding my bikes, because I'm always clipped in. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's a fun talk this morning. I enjoyed it, even though it's soaking wet. Blah. Thank goodness for fenders. Keeps about 99% of the water off of my body. I get a little bit of spray on my toes and my legs. Not too bad though. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.